Could be.
For 15.
It's around. It's standing room only for this all-action slugfest. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. They exchange punches. Beautiful counter shot. Beautiful counter punch. Defense is not an option for these two. It's all offense all the time. Joe Frazier shocked Muhammad Ali in their first fight, but then, of course, Ali came back and won their second and third fights. Can Frazier equal things up here in this one?
This was called Fight of the Century. We've got to find a name for it. We've got to make it special. Fight of the ages, fight of the planets, fight of the gods, the boxing gods. That's it, the fight of the gods. This is that fight.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift. Nice offensive display, landing that left counter. Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Lands with the right counter. That left counter punch will score. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. He can't win on the scorecards. Gonna need a knockout. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
And he just misses with that jab. And a counter left. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Looks like this fighter did not work on defense this training camp. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. Might want to back out of the pocket here. Look how slow these punches are. You're not going to see a lot of finesse and skills from this guy. He wants to bury his forehead in your chest and pound away.
You got to swarm on your case. You know you got to fight. You got to hold him. You got to tie him up. You got to lean on him when he come in until the referee makes you break off. But keep your hands high because they will keep punching until that referee said stop.
Nice counter punch. The courage on display here is incredible. Good counter punching from both these athletes. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Good look.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there.
Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
A perfect counter shot. That punch scores. Good counter right hand again. Nice counter shot with the right hand. As it is in most heavyweight fights, don't blink because one big shot and this thing could be over.
I've seen it so many times. One punch changes everything. I've seen guys winning hands down. They decide to showboat and show off, then blam! It's over. So they've got to stay sharp. One punch changes everything.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Through the hook, didn't land. Great counter right hand there. Do you believe what we are seeing? You'd like to see this fighter protect themselves a little better. Good counter left hand there. Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get... This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go.
The bell, sometimes it could...
Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared.
No rest for the weary. He's been in wars before. He knows what to do, but can he do it? Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on. You've heard the phrase, finding a second wind. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Coming back to life now, starting to land some punches. There's a counter shot. Good punch. Why aren't they defending? Nice counter shot. Good counter punching from both these fighters. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Nice counter shot. Nice. Big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Wow, it was like two different leagues.
Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Punch, counter punch. Got out of the way of that right hook. Right when you think the pace will slow down, it picks up. Catch and shoot with the left counter. Good job. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. And he just missed with that left jab.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
That left counter was perfectly timed. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter, who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch They want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Good counter punch. Working here, what's he have to do differently?
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Round 6. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here. That counter shot lands. He misses with that jab. Catch and shoot. Left punch. The perfect counter lands. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
This has been a very competitive round between these two. Is this the beginning of the end for this legend? And his best defense is not as good as his offense. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. He's got to do something different.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
It's round 7. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Counter right. Good counter punching. Nice job landing that left counter punch. Nice counter. There's a right hand. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Left counter scores. Punch, counter punch. So much for boxing. This is a fight. He blocks that jab. Nice punch. Swing and a miss with the hook. That counter shot lands. Right punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. That last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here. Good counter punching. Good counter punching. Good counter punching. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
What can they change? They can change their attitude. They can change their nervous system for a certain amount of punches per round. Because otherwise, if they deviate from the game plan, they're going to be shattered once again and the fight will be over.
Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own. Are we about to see the end of an era? Are we about to see Joe Frazier get knocked? You'd like to see someone use a jab here. Fight!
2, 3, 4, 5.
This fight continues.
But now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Punch, counter punch. Do you believe what we are seeing? It's obvious this fighter is gassed. It looks like he's going to survive the... Smoking Joe may go! Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Nice counter. When we talk about a fighter having power, don't just look at the head punches they throw. Look at the body shots. That can be the real difference.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it? Right punch. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking, because you've got to get some before you get him close.
Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. It finally comes to a close.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
I'm telling you, he's gone. Jump on. And every time you see him, take a big, deep breath. Bang him down, body and head.
To round 10. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here. Nice punch. This is certainly an aggressive fighter, but that doesn't always mean success. How many times have you seen a fighter chase a superior athlete around the ring and just get picked apart, even though they were the one pushing the tempo?
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter?
And just as quickly as the action... Oh, no! Ali!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
May have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
The corner needs to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Solid punch. Frazier is in trouble again. And that may just do it. He is not moving.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Seconds to go. 11th, we've entered the championship rounds. Both fighters went to the canvas last round. What are we going to see here?
I've seen that twice before, both fighters knocked down in the same round, and you think, who's going to go back as confident, who's going to come out as confident? Both fighters went back on unsteady legs. How is this going to unfold?
That punch landed. That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to outthink him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. That one will count. No power in those punches. The greatest has been dazed. Muhammad Ali in trouble. No, we don't see a knockdown. Nice counter shot. This fighter has not shown us much defense at all. Good right hand. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Beautiful counter shot. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here. This fighter's certainly not going to out-throw their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, someone can take you out with a simple jab. It can be intimidating, just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Punch, counter punch. Why aren't they keeping their gloves up? That left scores. Beautiful counter punch. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. And he fails to score with that left hook. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers.
What an explosive knockdown.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
Predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
A knockout victory. That is, Todd, did you see the shot? That's not a knockout, that's an assassination. What a shot.